Good evening, Facebook family and friends. We would like to welcome you to our first live stream. Oh my goodness. We want to welcome you to BBless2 Outreach Ministries annual Restoring Hope, Enhancing Life Circumstances in a Time of Crisis, first viral fundraiser. This is the first time we've done this. Thank you, Lord. We want to welcome you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time this evening. We've got some exciting information to share with you. I have the privilege to introduce to you and present to some who may already know her, the founder and CEO of BBless2 Outreach Ministry, Minister Doreatha Reid. She has a heart of compassion. She's a mentor. She has served effortlessly over these past years, and we just want to share a little bit about what she's doing in the city of Columbus. So welcome, Miss D.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor. Yes. Just to give you a brief overview of BBless2 and how we actually got started. BBless2, after coming out of seminary in 2014, the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, hit the streets. Well, I'm like, what does that mean and what does that look like? So again, questioning God and saying, he said, hit the streets. So myself, along with my granddaughter, Ariel, Mildred Gordon, and Ashley Holloway, we hit the streets with some crackers and water and a wagon and started to serve those that were dealing with homelessness. That were digging out of trash cans, and it became much larger than what we thought. People saw us on Facebook. My daughter put something out there on Facebook, and all of a sudden, people started donating, and it got a lot bigger. We connected with several groups out there that taught us the way. And today, because of what God is doing, He's blessed us with 2 cargo trucks that we use to take the food and clothing and toiletries out to the homeless communities, as well as he blessed us with 3 trailers to use as a transitional housing. God is doing an awesome thing. So we got started because it was God's choice, and my compassion. I grew and had compassion for those that was less fortunate. Sometimes we have a thought that the homeless is lazy, they don't want to do anything. But when you hear their stories and you hear their pain, you begin to empathize and sympathize with them to understand they need someone to come along aside them and grab them by their hand and take them and make them, not make them, but just love them right where they're at. And I think that's an important component. So we got started, that was our startup, and our vision that we have is that for those that are to help those that are dealing with experiencing homelessness, improve their life circumstances. So if it's giving them a sandwich, or if it's giving them a place to stay, whatever it is, we are helping improve their life circumstances.
That is awesome. That is great. Wow. We know that this can be something that can be tiresome or taxing, but I understand that you guys do this not just on the weekends, but throughout the week. So how does BBless2 serve the homeless on a daily basis?
Well, it's a couple. We have the mobile transitional units that we use, and where families that are working homeless that are dealing with evictions or a criminal background, we work with them on a regular basis to help improve their life circumstances, whether they need to acquire their GED, whether they need to improve their employment skills, or even teaching them how to clean and cook their units in order so that they can transition into a smaller unit, because many of them have been living in cars or into the shelter. So we try to work with them in that. And so that's how we do it on a daily scale. But also people donate meals and different foods to us. So we'll take them to the community as well throughout the week. So it's not limited to us on first and third Saturday. So whenever we have bags of food, if we see someone outside that's standing on the corner, we'll give them a bag of food. And and that bag of food can equate to about $9 for each bag that's prepared. That's giving them three meals. Um, and with those 3 meals, at least they'll be able. It's prepared non-perishable food like for ravioli, beefaroni, or just something like that they'll be able to eat right away, and not have to cook.
Right. So over, the past maybe year or so, how many people do you think you've approximately served?
Well, 2019, I think we served about 2,700 people throughout 2019. For example, not last week we served about 120. We gave out about 120 bags, and so even for the cost of that, if you just think about it, if it's $9 per bag to compile that bag, that's about $1,082 at the cost to feed them, which is a blessing. One thing I can say, BBless2 has never been in a position that we were not able to meet the needs. The only time we had a challenge if it's some clothes or something or the size of shoes that they may need to wear that we may not have at that time. But as far as feeding them, we have always been fortunate and blessed, for others to network with us to help contribute and to be a blessing to those homeless.
Wow. And it's amazing that even during this COVID-19 pandemic that you're able to still go out and serve. So that is definitely God's hand at work in your favor. So thank you for continuing to go and not, allowing this pandemic to stop you. So thank you so much for your diligence.
Thank you.
So again, that being so amazing, where do you see BBless2 in the next 5 years? Where would you like to see it go?
I would like to see BBless2 have our own building that we can actually set up our programs to where we really can do some job training, some educational development, that we can be a cooling station, a warming station for those, and even a free store giving away food or they can come and get the food and have a station to where we can meet them and know them where they're at and help train them to want to be better. Again, I think sometimes we think that the homeless are people that just don't have any goals, but they do, but they've been wounded. And so I would love for us to have a building. I also would love for us to have additional trailers, or mobile homes, so that we can serve more people than what we do at this present time.
Okay, wonderful. So those of you who may be watching us right now and they're thinking, wow, that is amazing. I would love to support that ministry, that organization. Guess what? You can do just that. You can submit a donation via Cash App or by PayPal. You can also visit our website at www.bbless2outreach.com. You can visit our Facebook page at BBless2 Outreach Ministries to make any donations. Again, this information is going to be scrolling at the bottom as we do this live. So feel free to go ahead and make that donation. There's no amount that seems to be too small that, they would not accept. So Ms. D, let me ask you another question. For those who may want to donate, where are their monies going? How are they going to advance your mission?
Okay, well, that's a good question. One of the events that we usually have yearly is actually what we call Showers of Love. Because of the pandemic, we can't do it this year. This would be our 5th year that we could, but where we pick up the homeless population and we bring in about 150 homeless people throughout the Columbus area, and we feed them. We give them clothes. We bring Ohio Health. Columbus Health comes in. The barbers and beauticians come in and service them. A massage therapist come in, and it's a beautiful event. And it's not just beautiful it's beautiful to give back and see their faces when they get their hair done or their hair cut. But again, unfortunately, we're not able to do that this year. But this year, what we're going to do, we're still going to take them the Thanksgiving dinner out to the community. We still are in hopes that the tents that they need and the clothing that we need, we will still get to provide them so that they can be prepared for the winter, which means their winter boots, their winter coats. And so that's where the money is going. The other thing that we do, and that we have the 2 trucks that we maintain. We have our trailers that we have to maintain. We make sure we pay insurance and keep everything legitimate. And so we don't keep, it's a nonprofit. So it's not a profit for us. It's a nonprofit. And we live to be a blessing. That's the name of it, Be Blessed Too. We're blessed, so we want to bless them too.
That is wonderful. So Facebook, as you can see, this ministry, the organization, again, it's not taking your money and pocketing it. They are actually going back out and serving the community. They are clothing them. They are feeding them. They're meeting them where they are. So if you are saying, yes, I want to support BBless2, you can submit your donations via Cash App and PayPal. You can visit our website at www.BBless2outreach.com. You can visit our Facebook at BBless2 Outreach Ministries. To make any donation, again, there's not an amount that is too small that we won't accept. Again, Ms. D, we thank you so much. One more question. As you've been serving in this ministry, as you've gone through this process so far with these individuals, do you see a common theme that individuals are giving as they've been served through the ministry?
Well, I think some of the common themes that we see, that we've been consistent in their lives, because many of the homeless don't have that consistency. And when I say that, again, helping them to achieve the goals. I mentioned earlier, it was one young lady that was in our program. She didn't have a high school education, but we didn't want her to leave the program until she acquired that. She made attempts a couple of times to do that. But when she finally achieved it, she was really satisfied and said, I would not have done that without BBless2, because again, we gave her that push. Sometimes people may not understand our transitional program, but again, they are out there, and we have the skills and the resources to help them to achieve, their success. We're going to take them by the hand. We're not just going to tell them. We're going to actually get very familiar with them and know how to help them if they want that help.
That is amazing. We are so grateful for your compassion and your dedication and your commitment. Facebook, this could be any of us at any given moment, especially during this time of pandemic where people are losing their jobs and they are finding themselves in times of need at no fault of their own. So we do want to just acknowledge BBless2 for being that extension, that hand of God that is giving back to the community. So again, if you are saying, yes, I want to support, and I may only have $5, I may only have $1, we welcome that donation. Again, you can submit that donation via Cash App or PayPal. You can visit our website at www.BBless2outreach.com, and also our Facebook page at BBless2 Outreach Ministries to make a donation. Again, there's not an amount that's too small that they would not accept. And again, they're going out and they're helping those who are less fortunate, who have find themselves in a situation. And they are, from what we're hearing, they're enhancing their life circumstance, and they're making their lives better one step at a time, and they're taking them by the hand. So again, Ms. D, thank you so much for what you're doing to the community, for this world, for people who may seem like they're not seen. We thank you for your compassion. We thank you for all of those who are already partnering with you to continue to partner. So we thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be a blessing. Yes.
We thank you. So Facebook, stay tuned with us the rest of this week, upcoming days. You're going to hear more about this ministry, about the organization and what they're doing and how you can support them. So stay tuned. We will be back again with some information about the statistics of homelessness, the housing market out there, what's happening with those who are finding themselves in challenging situations. We also have an attorney that's going to be joining us as well to share with us some information. So stay tuned. And again, you have all week long to donate. So check the link below and make those donations. Thank you so much in advance for your
Thank you.
kindness and for your donations. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Facebook.
Good night.